Attention please, ladies and gents.
Yeah, this guy cannot be evil in the slightest. There's no way.
We've all seen the royal palace up in the sky, plus a massive magical rock, apparently. All very shocking, I'm positively staggered. Moving on. The bit that gets me is all this talk of the next king. Word is they'll be chosen based on the people's will. Everyone gets a say. But right now, I suppose we ought to talk about all those other faces up on the rock, hadn't we?
Oh, I was wondering about those.
Now, the Sanctist Church has looked into it, and it seems like size matters. More public support, bigger face on the rock, etc. Looks like we've got Sanctifex Forden in the lead, and Count Luis hot on his trail.
Well, naturally Sanctifex Forden is at the top. The real surprise is how anyone else is that close behind him.
Oh, come off it, Count Luis. He's a man's man, a real pillar of strength.
Ugh, wake up, would you? Haven't you seen what's happened to the Grand Cathedral?
Hold your horses now, everyone. Just calm down. Won't do to just focus on the front runners, will it? There are many more pieces in play here. Take a look. Anyone who gets the people's support might be crowned. Anyone. Well, you could do it. Well, I could do it if I like. Looks like we've quite a few new aspirants up there. All bright-eyed and ambitious monarchs to be. Had I a seat, I'd be on the edge of it.
Hold on. Aren't you a town crier for the church? They're not going to like you going on about all these other faces.
Oh, please. The Sanctifex's lead isn't so fragile that I could jeopardize it. Besides, a good race would be some terrific entertainment, eh? Keep your eyes up and your ears open, ladies and gents. Albus Batlin, the crier, is going to have all the latest on these promising candidates.
Yeah, I'm on to that eccentric crier. I don't trust him.
Welcome back. I've heard the news. You took down those dastards under Luis's command, did you?
News travels fast, I see.
Well, just the nature of the inn, isn't it? Information is our lifeblood. I hope this helps him rest in peace.
I will see his dreams fulfilled. I promise you that.
How's Maria holding up?
Still cooped up in her room. She's not eaten a thing.
The city sure isn't astir. I thought it might be news of defeating the human. But there's more to it than that.
Small wonder when any among the populace might be king. Candidates are coming out of the woodwork.
Speaking of which, I've actually heard another rumor. They say Sanctifex Forden's planning some sort of grand announcement. Word among the Sanctist Church is that it's bound to bring Luis out of hiding.
Really? That'd be great if it's true.
The announcement is supposedly on the 22nd. They'd not be talking about such an exact date if there weren't some truth to it.
We'd best wait before we plan our next move then. Might not have much of a choice, in truth.
Senate Council Chamber.
We have waited long enough to rule this land.
Scheming king. What sort of man has a contingency plan for his own death?
That face in the sky, is that really the king?
We didn't listen to some blasted rock. Name the new king under our authority and be done with it.
The populace would reject it outright. As it is so clearly born from the king's magic, they trust this decree as the king's own. That aside, when that assassin tried to claim Luis's head, I saw some strange magic foil his killing blow. Is that also the king's doing?
Is that not why we sent for that professed curse-breaker scholar or some such? Send her in, and let us hear her findings.
'Tis an honor, esteemed nobles. I am Rella Melanchorophus Cygnus, daughter of House Cygnus.
Yes, all right, spare us the pleasantries. We want the facts, girl.
Oh, well, concerning the magic that seemed to save Count Luis's life, we've seen similar incidents in different places. It would seem this magic's purpose is to ensure that the coronation cannot be decided by force, only by the trust of the people. If those who have earned a measure of the people's trust are being shielded, it must be by the king's magic. At least, that is my belief.
So what? You're telling me that blasted Luis is invincible now? Damnation!
How distressing. Yet one wonders, is our risen king observing each individual conflict between his aspirants?
I cannot say how it's triggered. Only the king would know the exact conditions, and we obviously cannot simply ask. Though, I can say there is one certain means of bypassing it. A duel could overcome this sorcery.
So they can be killed, but not murdered. Certainly a petty distinction I could only expect from such a blind romanticist.
And, that is everything I know. At the moment, that is.
At this point, Luis's public support rivals our own. Disappointing, really, that so many would desire his vision of shepherd and livestock.
Beasts, the lot of them. A dog is happiest on its leash.
They seek a king with strength, do they? Then let us give them a display of our own power, with grace, nobility, and civility.
Assassins dying in the streets. The people locked in an inescapable power struggle. What was His Majesty thinking?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay, so is this like Persona 5 where I have to like kill time before the next story event?
First up,
we have a few days left before Forden makes his proclamation, but remember, one way or another, this ends with us facing off against Lord Louis, or against Luis. We can't waste any time. Indeed, perhaps we should clear the monsters running rampant in the desert. It would seem bounties are still available at the recruitment center again.
Oh, yeah?
Recruitment center? Won't it be a problem if someone there spots a few new recruits who are supposed to be, you know, dead? After a debacle of that scale, I doubt anyone there will be particularly concerned or idle enough to even notice. Should anyone press you on the topic, merely mention my name. Water's Day. While waiting for Forden to make his move, you can go meet various people. Oh, this is when they introduced spending time with allies. You can exit the city via Tradia Gate on some Lumnio Street. I hear a voice. You periodically hear your followers' voices, spending time with... Oh, yeah, confidants, essentially. Okay, I'm assuming your story only. Like how Morgana and Teddy ranked up. I mean, like, yeah, I guess we'll go chat.
Alright, then.
Actually, first, are there any requests to do? Don't think so. Don't see any requests. Both of you want to rank up? And we'll go talk to Hulkenberg, because that's the one that they mentioned. Hulkenberg comes to mind, maybe I should go talk with her.
Ah, 'tis you.
And there's a little left to do, but wait, yet that has me more restless than anything. Have a moment to talk. Yes.
The truth is...
How would you cope with such burdens if you were me? What would you say? Great pressure weighing on me made it difficult to stay level-headed. Performance in battle. Probably some exercise. Sound enough, and thus occupied with your exertions, your mind is cleared of distraction. And how about it? Would you like to train in swordplay with me?
Alright.
In that case, we shall need some training swords. To the weapon shop with us.
right.
A fine balanced weapon, no. 'Tis for training only, but you'd never know it from the grip and swing. 'Tis most nostalgic. I once trained with that blade when I just become a royal guardswoman myself. It was not long ago after joining that I was assigned to the prince's retinue, so I was desperate to improve. I was younger even than you are now and notably unskilled. Each night I would slip past our commander's watch, join a comrade of mine in the dark, and spar with him until our hands were calloused and blistered.
Certainly.
Some bouts I won, some I lost, yet despite all the times we'd cross blades, we never did see who was the better. I assume I have to say the right dialogue option. What was he like?
Well,
Perhaps.
Okay, decent. A reasonable man, I suppose, so he used to be at least. An immaculate follower, you may earn Magla, which you can only acquire in battle. Oh, you just obtained Magla in this game. So there's no, like, hey, rank ups. Or maybe there is? I don't know. Maybe, like... Maybe it's going to be more streamlined, where it's just more automatic rank ups? Because it seems like Magla is just what we obtained through getting dialogue options, correct? Alright. We swore we'd become royal knights worthy of the title and rise to the heights of the order. We'd be champions.
Surely you jest.
God above, Hulkenberg, is it truly you? Again, this sounds like a Three Houses track. So it is you, you've returned. What a coincidence. I was just speaking of a comrade and rival. This is the self-same man. And who's this pup?
Nice to meet you.
I'm Will, a friend of hers. You associate with this boy? Disgraceful. What do you mean? I mean, I'm taken back. You indulge the company of this elder brat. You once a proud member of knighthood. Why does that strike you so? I suppose like attracts like dirt suits a fallen knight. Oh, calm yourself, Hulkenberg. The commander of the Royal Knights is well within his bound to judge your failures.
What?
Commander? You mean yourself?
Yes.
While you wandered as a vagrant, I earned both of our share of honors. So I see.
And?
And you. Clearly, you've already given up on pulling yourself any higher. What has you occupied you instead? I pursue a mission, one that far outweighs any glory found in the Order.
Whoops.
Ah, of course, when you couldn't save the prince, any dignity you had as a royal guard was, well, and duly snuffed, wasn't it? I suppose you had little choice but to cling to your search for his shadow. How dare! Choose your words with care. No need, I have nothing more to say. You disappoint me, Hulkenberg.
Sorry.
My apologies, sorry you had to see that. I mean, like, yeah, what a scumbag.
Listen.
If you say so. I do understand his anger. 'Twas by my choice that our promised paths diverged after all. But we can afford to lose sight of our priorities. Will, let's fight onward in the name of His Royal Highness. That's the path I walk now. Bond is increased. Shake on it. Ah, I obtained a follower. This is totally the first time I'm obtaining a follower. Reduces the magic cost of studying the knight lineage. That's gonna be good because Magla's gonna be a big thing in the game.
Pardon me.
Begging your pardon, but how do you know that fellow who just left? Merely an old friend. You don't say. Well, see you around.
Very well.
Let's leave our training for another time. 100 drills or 1,000 swings, twill take an unsparing regimen, indeed the purge this distraction. Reading your dialogue is gonna not kill me as bad as it would Faux Lu, but still be quite a trek. Back to the hushed honeybee.
Amazing. Fancy a bit of it?
You have any new informants? No. I would like to see this. What was it? Agent staff. I want to see if prepare yourself with heavy attacks when it gathers strength. Pierce attacks and guard are effective tactics. Okay, that's for I do want to go fight that Minotaur.
What is it?
As for requests, we just have that one, and then we have, this is an operation. We just have this one, which is getting the healer to rank 10, which we're getting pretty close to, I think. We got to like rank 7 or something. Yeah, rank 7. Pretty good, pretty good.
Alright then.
amazing.
And we have royal virtues. Some places get dangerous at night, so watch your back. I'm more familiar with the city than you, so feel free to ask me anything. What the heck? Oh, you were just telling me that something was new, I think. Bum, 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 bum.
Alright then.
Nothing here is really new as to do other than like raise a virtue.
I see.
Get some tolerance, I guess.
Well then.
Our tribe is called the Mistari. Perhaps the most obvious part of our culture is that we wear masks. We all have 3 eyes. 3 eyes, and that goes for every Mistari. What's it like to see for all of you? Our third eye cannot see things. We see the world almost exactly as you do.
About that.
That's correct. Normally we cannot reveal our teachings to other tribes. Sanctism is belief open to all. Perhaps that's why at times politics get involved into Sword's doctrine. I got more tolerance.
Right. Pleased to hear it.
I'm not really sure like what virtues I want to get first, because like that one I only got wisdom up.
And the age of
I got wisdom up because of that one quest, but now it's like I don't know which stats to focus on until they have like some kind of gatekeep where it's like, oh yeah, you need this level. A group of corpses was discovered in Chalia Desert. Travelers aiming for the royal capital, it seems. Certainly a lot of monsters out there. How tragic for them to meet their end so close to their destination. Seems to be a pack leader in that group of monsters. Might be a recruitment center. Alright, we should definitely go check that out then.
Well then.
I hear a voice. Am I really fine with this? Yeah, this is Stroll.
Alright then.
I'm gonna go check out the recruitment center first, though.
Right.
There are gonna be bounties, let's go! The captain's gone, Grand Cathedral's a mess, my work keeps piling up. Here for bounties, have a look. You accept bounty requests at the recruitment center. These targets are powerful, you'll be rewarded in some kind. Bounty requests are added over time, don't forget to check back. Good you haven't been out, maybe I was worrying too much. We have one bounty target, the Man-Eater Manjula, Fiend of the Wastes. 10,000 Reeve just to defeat this monster. I guess they must really be struggling with it. This one caught your attention. It's a request to slay a Man-Eater Manjula that's said to appear in the desert south of Gantrad. I'll do it. You're brave for someone so young. Okay, it's all yours. You get to the desert, go through the large gate south of some Lumio street. After walking a bit, you'll find it.
Counting on you.
Let's do it.
Quest start. Increases courage.
Alright then.
Now, I wonder if, Stroll is available to do that conversation on a different day? Or maybe I can just do it whenever? I think that's for the network thing, which I don't really care about.
Alright then. Let's head there right away.
Because I might just want to go to the desert right now and see what level, or maybe they'll tell me the level if I look at the bounty or something.
What now?
It does have a rank thing. I assume the rank thing is like how hard things are. How hard the mission is. So if that's anything to go by, then this should be easier than the Minotaur. If I'm reading that right. I don't know, I think we save and give it a try. What can go wrong, right?
Hey,
There's only the desert outside the gate, but if you really want to go, let us know when you're going. Let's go. You could also go to Belaga Corridor. Let's go to Tralia Desert. Who needs the information? I play the game blind, Gallica. It'll be fine. Unless it's like a level 20 plus, I'll be fine. Do you believe a wasteland this wild has been so close to Grand Travel all this time? Makes for easier bounty hunting, I suppose. We should attempt to reduce the number of monsters here for the sake of the travelers that pass through the area. All set then, I'm ready when you are.